Guy has a heart attack and he's healthy now. What the fuck, Wally? Last time I saw you, you were fat as shit.
Yeah,
almost died. Now you're healthy.
My kids laughed at me. They laugh at me while I'm sitting at the table having, 4 rice cakes for dessert. All right, you ready to let's roll it?
Let's go.
All right, welcome back to I don't know this is your show. I'm not starting it off. Damn it.
The name of the show is The Unrestricted with Vex and the Bulldog, and never imitated or often imitated, rarely duplicated or liberated Walter Pasacreta.
God, you sound like the woman on Sweaty Balls.
Wow.
Hi. Welcome to the holidays. I like meatballs. You like balls? Yes, I like them sweaty. Thank you. This is The Unrestricted. Speaking of The Unrestricted, there's no good segue there. River City Refuels is our sponsor. We love the River City Refuels. I would like to have a vending machine in here, Bob. Can you get that? There's no donuts today. There's, and it's somewhat warmer in here today. No, not quite sure why.
You could still hang deer meat in here.
Yeah, you could hang. I'm hanging my meat right now. This is a local guy, Puro San Antonio, as you like to say. It's a vending machine for your business. That's right. It's your business, so you put in there what you want to put in there. Ramen noodle packages, Freshly's donuts. Anything fattening can certainly fit in there, Fat San Antonio. That's not very nice. Why you got to say that? It's
Guy has a heart attack and he's healthy now. What the fuck, Wally? Last time I saw you, you were fat as shit.
Yeah,
almost died. Now you're healthy.
My kids laughed at me. They laugh at me while I'm sitting at the table having, 4 rice cakes for dessert. Anyway, cashless system here at River City Refuels. They stock it up. You don't have to do anything. All you get to do is enjoy it. Whether you're an office building, an apartment complex, hell, have one for your own house. 210-6... Richie's going to get one for the house, I think. 210-630-5973. Go ahead and write it down, Rich. 210-630-5973. It is River City Refuels. It'll be great. It's going to be a great thing to have in your business. So call him today, 630-5973.
Call him and say hi, or we're hanging Wally out the window.
Well, and I also heard a really nice Christmas rumor that this holiday, if you want to stock your vending machine with sweaty Christmas balls, that can be arranged. You could get a delicious cheddar cheese wrapped in sweaty, delicious nuts. Put it up in that vending machine. They are temperature controlled. And if you just want to throw a few of your hard-earned dollars into that vending machine and get some sweaty balls for all your Christmas needs, that can be accommodated.
I wasn't going to interrupt him.
Yeah, we're showing.
Wow, look at Bob with production.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
I have stuff.
All right, where you want to start today, Richie? Because Bexler is not here today. Was he flying to Dallas or something like that? Where the hell is he?
I don't know exactly where he was going. West Texas, somewhere weird. I mean, I think he's losing his opportunity to fawn over Wemby a little bit.
He's not going to East Texas and just keep going?
Just keep on going.
Keep on going.
Baseball?
I think we go baseball.
All right, let's go baseball. I thought last night going into the game, I thought it was, looking back on all these games, and listen, the Astros obviously have had quite a run here, but I thought this was the biggest baseball game in the state of Texas in forever.
I'd agree with that.
So I was into that. I was into baseball more than I was into the Monday Night Football game.
I didn't watch the Monday Night Football game. I watched the baseball, and then I fell asleep when it was, 11-4?
Whatever. Didn't matter at that point.
That game was over
unsurmountable.
At the top of the first.
I do love YouTube TV because they give you the split screen of baseball and the football game.
That's pretty cool.
I love that.
No, I was actually watching that last night. I had the audio from the football game on, and I could watch what was going on in the baseball.
Yeah, you could just switch it back and forth. Go to football, go to baseball, football, back and forth.
I don't have YouTube. I got Hulu, and I don't think I have those options. But
sorry.
But Hulu has live sports. I'm seeing all those ads on the ESPN.
Well, it's live.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
But it's one at a time.
Yeah, it's good. The multi-screen, and they do that with college football, YouTube TV. You get 4 games at one time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Anyway, I've never been a fan of the Astros.
Well, if you're from Texas, you're either a Rangers fan or an Astros fan,
or you just don't care.
San Antonio is primarily Astros, so I'm an Astros guy.
I think it's a front-running city, San Antonio.
And I still can't believe the Spurs didn't give you credentials, Wally. It's fucking weird. But anyway.
Imagine that.
That's because they
So-
don't want to hear the truth over there at Spurs Lane. So screw
the
'em.
one thing that made an impression on me watching the Rangers and the Astros was Altuve.
He's good.
He is probably an average size male in the
In
population.
Japan.
But on that field, no, he's what, 5'6"?
He's 5'7", 163.
He looks like a escapee from the Lollipop Guild on that field.
But he can fucking rope.
Yes,
My
he
God,
can.
you see that one pitch he hit 9 inches off the deck.
Yeah. What?
He's only 10 inches high, so it's right there in his wheelhouse.
like his strike zone's so small, he's got an advantage right away.
It's the one thing the one thing about Jose Altuve, and this isn't going to bother anybody here because you're all, dyed-in-the-wool Texans. For me, Jose Altuve has the mark against him. That's all there is to it. It'll be that way for the rest of his career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. There's no question about that. Maybe first ballot Hall of Famer. But I also don't look at these postseason records as worth anything. He's got the most postseason home runs. No one cares about postseason anything. It's all about the World Series records because postseason is expanded from, it used to be 1 game. Now it's 100 games. So that's all nonsense. But anyway, there's my take on that.
The bottom line is the Astros couldn't win at home.
No, they couldn't. They didn't
And
win any of those games at home.
they won none of their games at home. And if you want to win the pennant, you got to win at home.
That was always the weird thing about the whole cheating thing that really just still makes me befuddled is in 2019 when they lost to the Nationals and didn't win a game at home, and the Nationals won every game in the Astros Stadium when they had the quote-unquote advantage of the trash can.
17, that was.
No, it was 2019 for the Nationals.
Oh, I mean for the Astros. I thought you were just talking Astros baseball.
No, Astros Nationals in 2019. The Nationals won every game at Astros Park.
Yeah. So where's the advantage, right?
Exactly. That was my point. I was like, what the hell?
In the pantheon of cheating, stealing signs to me just means you're trying a little harder.
Yeah, it's just the way they did it, though, with the video cameras. You just can't do it that way, and they got caught, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
They cheated, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's why I generally will root against the Astros. I'm just kind of like now like set in my ways, but I'm happy for the Rangers. I mean that's a good story.
Me too.
That's a
Yeah.
good story.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to see who they play. I mean, the fucking Arizona Diamondbacks.
What the hell? I mean,
Scrappy.
they're hanging on like a cat getting ready to be dropped in the ocean.
The Phillies have looked like they were going to win this series like 3 times already.
Well,
Yep.
every guy on that roster can knock it 400 and some odd feet.
No, it's going to be a good World Series. I think it goes 7, regardless if it's
Phillies or
Phillies
Arizona.
or Arizona. And that
I am
and
not
that's what
rooting
you
for
want.
Phillies. I hate the Phillies, so everything Philadelphia. Crap on the Phillies.
Well, I'm from Jersey. I hate New York
You're
and
from
Philadelphia.
You're from New Jersey?
I'm from Jersey, man.
didn't
Exit
know that.
7A on the Turnpike.
I know where that is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's your brother to the south.
That's wonderful news. Fantastic. Dusty Baker apparently retiring after last night, according to all the things last night.
Can't win a Game 7.
Nope, never
in the
has.
playoffs.
That's too bad. I feel bad for Dusty Baker.
Yeah.
I don't. He's a fucking millionaire. He's gotten paid to do what he loves. Should we all be so lucky?
And he was on deck for Hank Aaron's record-breaking home run.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I think Richie's just upset because Dusty has eaten all of the toothpicks that Richie wanted to have, and that's what's happened.
That joke really landed. Nice job, Wally.
Sorry, buddy. Will either one of you, if you had the opportunity, probably not at this point in your lives, but if you had the chance to have a newborn,
Dave-
would you?
Taylor
We're all
Swift?
dying.
No, would you name your kid Adolis?
Who, a what?
Adolis Garcia?
Adolis?
Adolis?
No,
Adolis?
no, because he's going to get beaned by a guy with another weird name, a brew. I'm going to throw my ball at you, and
A brewery throw a ball at you.
then
Abreu.
get suspended, appeal it, and then how the heck does he serve a suspension next season? Where the hell is the justice in that? Every umpire on that field said you threw that ball intentionally.
You can't prove intent. First of all, second of all, if you're going to suspend somebody, suspend him.
Yeah.
Don't give me this nonsense about next season. Anyway,
Well, it didn't influence the game. He wasn't going to save anything last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we get to NBA.
Spurs.
Tips off tonight. Are you excited about? Here's a good question. Well, what else have we got? Yeah, NBA. Or are we watching Game 7 of NLCS tonight? Richie?
I'm gonna watch Game 7. I think NBA. It's teams I don't care about. Who do we got? There's only 2 games, right?
Yes, that would be correctamundo.
So we got the Lakers.
Well, you're also forgetting a third choice.
What would
If
that
you
be?
don't want to watch Game 7 or don't want to watch the NBA, tonight is Frozen Frenzy
Don't say
for
cocky.
NHL.
No cocky.
Every NHL hockey team is playing tonight.
I thought you were gonna say Frozen the musical on ice, the Disney
You
rendition.
gonna break into song? Anybody? Anyone?
Let it go. Let it go.
That's what I'm gonna tell you. Let it go. Lakers in Denver, Phoenix and Golden State.
Actually, those are good games. I take it back. I do care.
I'll watch the split screen again tonight with NBA and MLB.
Yeah.
I could be into that.
So LeBron officially wants to play with his son. I read that.
Okay.
That's what he's holding on for. What do you guys think about that?
I don't care. I don't care, but I do want to make sure my son goes to see LeBron at least once.
I thought
so
he was
that's why I
going
bought. He is going to go do that because that's why I bought season tickets.
And then he's
10
going to be a
game
healthy
pack.
scratch.
This is the best part of the season. That's funny. I wouldn't be shocked. The great thing about buying a season ticket package is the Spurs or the NBA, whoever gives it up, they give you the NBA League Pass.
Really?
Yeah.
As part of the deal?
Yes, you get a League Pass, so you get to watch all the games the entire season.
That's pretty slick.
That is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But of course, that will black out Spurs games locally, so you won't get those games. So you still have to buy Bally's package if you have YouTube TV, because YouTube TV does not carry the Bally's package on sports package or the regular package. So
Yeah, but if
Yes,
they're
sir.
playing on a nationally televised game, you get to
yes,
see it.
that you'll get, of course. Let's do a couple of Spurs here. First of all, I saw this ESPN is going to have Becky Hammond in studio for the games this season.
That's
pretty cool.
Huh.
I think so.
Okay.
Not so bad. It's not going to be. It's not TNT's stuff, but
So they're going to be with Bally's.
no, this is with ESPN's coverage.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I still want to see the Yahoos on TNT.
Okay, well, I'm with that. I'm with you on that one. Greg Popovich, 18-7 over the years. If you took the over on the season totals, but he's just 3-3 since Kawhi Leonard's last year playing in San Antonio.
For first games?
No, this is for their season total. The
Season win
Spurs
total?
are at 28.5.
I already picked the over.
You picked the over.
They're going to win 29 games.
Bill Simmons and his 3 cohorts or 2 cohorts all picked the Spurs under.
Really?
Really?
That's pretty wild when you think about that, isn't it? 28.5 and they're going to be under? Wow.
If that is true,
I don't see that. I'm a little bit more bullish on the Spurs than I was to start preseason.
Really?
why?
Why?
What changed your mind?
Because I like the emergence here of Vassell. He's already shown that I think he's more than capable of taking that step up. And if he does, that may bring some others with him. The defense is certainly going to be better than it was a year ago. It couldn't be any worse.
Well,
They were historically bad.
Just the sheer length of Wemby makes him better. That guy can cover some real estate just by putting his arms out.
Yeah, but I think the Spurs want him on the perimeter. They think he can defend better there than he can down low because he's too skinny. He'll get pushed around all over the place.
Right.
So I think teams are going to concentrate on making sure that he stays out there on the perimeter, and so they have an easier path to the basket. Because if Wemby gets down low, if he has the ability to roam defensively, that's going to be trouble for everybody.
And I think that's what they've designed him to do. To kind of, if you can go out and block a 3, great. But where we want you is between 5 feet and 20 feet,
Yes.
roaming.
Yep.
And he'll just give those guys fits. So how do you get the ball down low if he has a steal or if he blocks the pass or interrupts the pass?
We're going to find out. It's going to be.
I'll tell you, you know who's going to be
fascinating.
the unsung hero of if we can string this together and find our identity, is Collins. Isn't that the guy's name, the white guy?
Zach Collins who just got a new deal yesterday. 2 years, $35 million.
Because he's got some red ass about him. And
He's got a lot to prove because he's been hurt and he hasn't played, and he's finally getting his stuff together. And
is he a
becoming,
true center?
He's no worse than
matter.
Pirtle was.
Yeah, Jakob.
And Jakob was, a pretty good defensive player when you think about it. So
All right, so who's our starting five? Who's our point guard?
it looks like it's going to be Sohan.
As our point guard?
Yeah, so he's going to be the guy with Vassell.
He's
going to
bring
Wemby. You got Zach Collins, and who am I missing? Who's the fifth guy?
Insert
Bexler?
somebody.
No.
Jeff,
Jeff, you got the answer?
you would know this one.
Who am I not thinking of?
With all of your notes and your preparation, you don't know the starting five of the Spurs.
I do
Fucking
know.
killing me,
I
Walter.
do know it. It's Wemby, Sohan, Zach Collins, Vassell, and Keldon Johnson. Keldon
KJ.
Johnson was the guy I was thinking
So
of.
Sohan, does he have the chops to bring the ball
gonna
down
find
the floor?
out.
Yeah, so that's a big lineup.
Bexler did not like that. He would rather have Trey in there. So
And it's an easy enough fix, but
Yeah.
I like the fact that everyone's kind of wondering, what are they going to do? How are they going to use them? You got a 6'9" guy that's bringing the ball down the floor. It's kind of spicy. I like it. It's different.
They got some length, that's for sure. DraftKings 2023-24 NBA Rookie of the Year odds. Wembayama is the favorite. Who are you taking? Him, Scoot Henderson is 2, Chet Holmgren, Brandon Miller, and Cam Whitmore.
I'm taking Wemby.
Taking Wemby?
Yeah.
I would like to, if we had the ability to do this, and of course we don't because
Republicans suck.
Republicans suck. You're absolutely right when it comes to the state of Texas. How about Ted Cruz congratulating the Astros and then saying, Dallas was just too much? Really? What a jackass.
Go to Mexico, Ted.
Yeah. I thought he was on vacation.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Stay on vacation
It's
next
not
time.
cold
Don't come
enough.
back. I would like to,
No,
if you had the ability, do the Rookie of the Year and the Defensive Player of the Year parlay.
That'd be cool.
I'm only worried about, does Wemby play enough games and enough minutes to actually qualify for it?
So do you think they're going to sit him for growth? Do you think he gets hurt? Why are you worried?
He's going to play because Pop is not going to deny him the ability to at least qualify. What do you got? You got to play 65 games now to qualify for any postseason awards. So he plays at least 65 games. That's going to be enough for him to win whatever awards he's good enough to be.
I think he plays a lot because we've seen what the Spurs look like without him. Put him on the floor, see what we got.
I
And
might
learn.
Yeah, and then I might throw some money at Chet.
You think he's going to be that good?
Yeah.
Plus, he's got experience. He's
He's
been
got
around the league
experience in the
for
room,
2 years.
yeah.
So
I don't think that he should be qualified to get the award, but whatever.
Oh, you
I
don't
would go
make
with
the
Chet
rules.
Holmgren as
Yeah.
well as the Rookie of the Year,
Yep.
and I'll go Defensive Player of the Year for Wemby because
Defensive
as I said,
rookie.
I'm sorry, Defensive Player of the Year.
He's going to win defensive player of the whole league.
Yes, of the whole league. Here's why: because it's historically you've seen players win that award that can put up stats. Now, the last couple of years, it's been a player that and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but it hasn't been a stat guy. It's been a one-on-one defender that's won. But Wemby's going to be able to put up the stats. You think about this: 27 different NBA players recorded 5 blocks in a game. 17 of them did it multiple times. Jaren Jackson did it 14 times, and he was your Defensive Player of the Year. So it's going to have to be Wemby against Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren Jackson is the odds-on favorite right now on DraftKings. He's plus 600. Wemby on DraftKings is plus 2,500 for Defensive Player of the Year.
So that'd be a good parlay, those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
Did you see the Mavericks used oars to simulate Wemby at practice this week?
That's pretty funny. Oars is not a player. They're used to propel a boat.
That was hilarious.
That's pretty great.
So listen, you got to use something, right? It's got you. I mean, what else can you gonna bring Yao Ming back or something? I don't think so.
So Kyrie's in camp. He's playing.
I don't care.
Harden is MIA. Hadn't reported, hadn't been to Philly. What a shit show that is.
I think he's the most, I wouldn't say hated athlete, but my goodness, I want that guy to completely disappear. Please disappear, James Harden. I hope he never comes back. We can do, the entire league can do without James Harden.
I agree with that.
He's just ruined franchises. And my goodness, he's trying to ruin another one. And what, maybe he'll argue, well, it wasn't his fault. It was Daryl Morey's fault. They promised us nonsense. He doesn't deserve any benefit of the doubt. Get out of here, James Harden, please.
I mean, I can understand wanting to be in a place where you're loved and respected and all that. But my God, you play a game that we all play just for fun, and you're getting paid lots and lots of money for it. And I don't want to be that guy, but shut up and dribble.
Be that guy.
I mean, $50 million a year.
Yeah. I would do a lot of things for $50 million a year.
Well, let's hear it. Let's get the list, Bob. Let's go. What will Bob do for $50 million? Boy, I was waiting for this to happen today. Let's have it, Bob.
There are many things I wouldn't do for
Would
$50
you
million.
run around this building with no clothes on?
Absolutely.
Once. 50 million?
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
There's nobody here. Yeah.
The three of us? I would do it during Fiesta.
Elephant walk. 50 million.
Can we segue from that?
My.
Any
I don't know. I don't know if there's a good segue from Elephant
I
Walk.
don't really know either. I don't think so. You want to jump? We'll jump to the NFL. All
Yeah.
right, let's
No.
jump to the NFL.
No.
Biggest.
Bob doesn't want to.
No.
Of course he doesn't. Biggest NFL surprises. That's what I wrote down last night preparing for the program. And you have to start off with the Niners losing to the Vikings last night. How the hell did that happen, Bob, Mr. Niner?
And we said it. We've said it over and over again. Every now and then, teams just throw up a turd. It was 3 turnovers. That bomb that they gave up on an all-out blitz to end. What the hell are you doing defensively at the end of the half? You're
Blitz
sending
and
an
7.
all-out blitz.
Yeah.
No, you drop everyone back and you protect against the big ball.
Well, that didn't happen, did it, Bub?
No,
Sorry,
it
buddy.
didn't. It didn't. And Kirk Cousins didn't do Kirk Cousins things.
That's what
Purdy looked
That was
more
the
like
difference.
Kirk Cousins than Kirk Cousins
That's
did.
exactly right.
Yeah, it was a Freaky Friday.
Yeah,
They
Kirk
switched.
Yeah, Purdy made some bad decisions that I'm really not happy about, and I've seen glimpses of this. And
But it all came to fruition last night.
yeah, and we still had a chance to win the game.
Yeah,
if
you
he,
did.
if he doesn't throw that last interception, I think we could have done it. That was a bad decision.
Well,
Sorry, go ahead, Mitch.
here's what's concerning is their next 4 games are no walk in the park.
Bengals, really?
We'll see. Shiesty's back. He's healthy.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's a dangerous team, Cincinnati.
I agree.
They're dangerous.
They have no offensive line to protect them.
They got the Eagles.
The
Yeah,
Eagles are
it'll
going to be the Eagles are going to be tough, but the Eagles have looked beatable. They've won ugly. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, it was ugly until all of a sudden it's 31-17. And that doesn't seem too ugly.
Eh.
And the Vikings, who most of us, including myself, totally disregarded. As soon as Jefferson was down, all right, well, that's the end of the Vikings' chances to do anything. They're going to trade Kirk Cousins by Wednesday, and hopefully he goes to the New York Jets. Well, none of that is now going to happen at 3-4. They're very much in the mix in the not only in the NFC North. They got to overcome the Lions, obviously, but they're very much in the thick of things right now at 3-4.
They have the longest winning streak in the NFC right now. The Vikings do.
2 games.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, and then the Lions look pedestrian.
Yeah, that was a weird game against the Ravens.
Another
Yeah.
big surprise.
Yeah. Well, the Ravens can play defense.
Oh no, absolutely.
Everybody knows that. And then Lamar looked good.
Hey, they're one of the co-favorites now, obviously, along with Kansas City, to come out of the AFC. I don't think there's any question about it. Them and the Chiefs.
Hey,
Yeah.
That was a shocker.
AFC North looking pretty stout.
Like when he sings, don't you?
Yeah, he can carry
Just
it too.
saying.
Sing a song, $50 million, singing, walking around the building with no clarity. No mind.
And chewing gum.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nobody wants that.
Patriots beat the Bills, and now Buffalo at 4-3. What do we consider them now? The Buffalo Bills.
They're hard to peg. They
Are they going the wrong way, or are they going to straighten themselves out and get back to where they were supposed to be?
who knows?
Flip of a coin?
Flip of a coin.
I'm with you. I don't know which way they're going to go either.
sometimes they look great and other times they don't. So who knows what they're going to do?
Miami loses at Philadelphia, and now maybe Miami isn't as good as we thought. And so all of a sudden, the AFC East has opened up for the gangrene.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Could you imagine? And I've heard this a couple of times this week. If the Jets had a healthy Aaron Rodgers, they would be a favorite to go to the Super Bowl.
Not the Super Bowl.
They
for
were.
fuck's
Super
sake.
Bowl.
Jesus,
I
you're
mean,
crazy.
Super Bowl, baby.
But-
People were talking about that preseason.
Walter
they
Yeah,
were-
I
and
was.
his cousins.
I mean, other people other than Walter
I
and,
got
and
lots
Mike
of
Greenberg.
family, yo.
a lot of
So-
Pasicretas.
I mean, it's. Did
Not
you
yet,
watch
I'm
any
working
of the,
on it.
Watch any of the Manning cast last night?
Yeah, I did. And did you see him throwing before the game?
Yeah.
He's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I think he'll be back week 15.
Which makes me think, was it really that bad?
Well,
Because you don't come back from an Achilles tear that fast. You don't do it. Not at 40.
It's called science, Bob. Science.
I don't know if he's going to come back. I'd like to. I'm hoping he can come back because obviously, even if Zach Wilson at this point gets them into playoff position, he'll never be good enough to be the quarterback that should move forward into the playoffs with this team. He's just not, because if the Jets find themselves in playoff position, it was because of their run game. It was because of their defense, not because of Zach Wilson.
No.
Zach Wilson just can't. Zach Wilson to me is a lot like Mark Sanchez was with the Jets with Rex Ryan in 2009, 2010. They had a very good defense. They had a very good rush offense, and Sanchez just didn't turn the ball over, and that's what Zach is doing now. He's not turning the ball over. He stinks, but he's not turning it over.
he hadn't had a butt fumble yet. It's coming.
It is coming. It might be coming. I could see
The
that.
butt fumble's
I can
coming.
definitely see that.
Yeah.
Definitely see that. All right, I got a multitude of a couple of things here. One that I'm pretty strong on. This weekend is the first class of the Hall of Fame for UTSA. Okay?
And how do you know that?
I just do.
Okay.
All right, so there's people that are going into the Hall of Fame. I don't know who they are.
Larry Coker.
It could be the volleyball coach. Larry Coker is one of them. But if you were to pick a football player, and I don't know how much either one of you guys know about UTSA football, but if you were to pick a football player to be into the first class of Hall of Fame at UTSA, who would it be?
I think it's their quarterback that they have right now.
Well, it's not.
Is it Davenport?
It is Marcus Davenport.
Because he went into the NFL. He's the first.
He is not the first.
But the first it's actually kind of garnered some buzz. He
Yeah,
was a
but you're-
first round pick.
But you're a UTSA Hall of Fame. This isn't UTSA/Pro Football Hall of Fame. You can't judge. To me, anyway, the guy that should be in there in that first class is David Morgan. There's no question in my mind. UTSA has completely screwed this up. I don't know how you make that error. I tweeted to Lisa Compost, the AD over there, you're making a big mistake. Fix this.
Did she
They
treat
decided
you
not
right
to.
back?
Of course not. Of course not. But David Morgan was the first player by UTSA to be drafted in the NFL. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, not again, not a slight to Marcus Davenport, but David Morgan should have been the first guy in.
And this is not the Football Hall of Fame. This is their entire athletics program Hall
Right.
of Fame.
Is who was the guy that played for the Spurs?
Devin Brown.
Is he in?
Yep.
Yes, Devin Brown's going in this first class as well.
Okay.
But the football player that should have been selected should have been David Morgan. If you're going to pick a guy, you say, well, let's pick the first guy that was ever drafted into the NFL. Okay, it's not Marcus Davenport. It was David Morgan. They screwed up.
Is Morgan still playing?
No, I don't think he is.
Davenport is.
Davenport is. But again, this isn't based on what you did in the NFL. It should be based on solely what you did for UTSA.
Okay.
That would be my rules. Maybe they
Okay.
have different rules. If they do, it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Dave Chappelle? Anybody fan? Dave Chappelle? Bob? No?
Yeah, I've
Anybody?
listened to
I'm
him.
a
Dave
big
Chappelle?
fan.
Huge fan.
You're a big fan of Dave Chappelle.
He's good.
Sorry, buddy. All right, so he made comments this week up in Boston about the war that's going on. Some of them approved of
one?
this.
Which one?
Yeah. Which one?
Well, the Hamas war that's going on in Israel. Some approved of the comment, and some of them didn't. Some actually walked out of the theater. Here's what I don't understand about Dave Chappelle is I don't understand his appeal. What is the appeal?
That's because you're racist, Wally.
He's funny. I understand that, but the fact that he uses the N word constantly just drives me crazy. I don't get it, and I could do without Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
I just can. That's my opinion. A lot of people love this guy, and I don't get it. Every time I put him on, I'm completely offended.
Did you ever watch the Chappelle Show?
I did.
Did you think any of that was funny?
It is funny.
Okay.
He's funny, but the use of the N word is just over the top, and I can't watch it.
Wally.
I'm offended.
That's the rules. He's allowed to. You're not, but he
I get
is.
that, but that's a problem. If you're going to use it, then everybody should use it. Otherwise, don't use it.
Well, that's not where we live, bud. That's just
Well, Richie, you can call someone a Mick.
yeah. Irish
Walter
people don't
can
give
call
a
someone
fuck.
a WAP.
And even the Micks and the Wops can trade barbs.
No, I can't. I can't do that
Yes,
Why
you
not?
can.
because I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. I'm
Walter's
just
going
go
to
out-
die on his moral shield
No,
today.
I'm just so. There's no kindness in the world as it is.
I
We
mean,
need to be calling people.
Altuve can walk around and call people midgets.
What did he say?
I don't know exactly because.
Why did you bring it up?
Well, because I know he made the comments because it's reported. Because they take away your phones when you go into a Chappelle concert. Imagine that. No kidding.
Well,
How would anybody agree to that? I can't walk in there with my phone. Why not? I might tape something that is offensive. No kidding. Really.
I do know working
Screw him.
backstage at some of these, all of the hands put all their phones in pouches. Like,
yeah,
You're not allowed to have one
Got your
backstage.
pouch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
freedom of speech, Wally. He's a comedian. He's not a politician.
I get that. He can say whatever he wants to, but again, having the license to the whole N-word thing just bothers me to no end about Dave Chappelle. It just does.
That's to me. That's
You want to curse? You want to use the F word? You want to throw all that stuff out there? That's fine. But don't. You got a black comedian using the N-word like it's candy, and then you're going to tell me I can't use that word? That's baloney. It's
No.
crap. It's total BS.
We need to bring Chappelle on the show so the N word can be used.
No, we just get we don't use the N-word, and we get rid of Chappelle. That's all there is to it. But
Okay.
people love this guy, and I don't get the appeal. I don't get it. I'm just offended beyond. He's the most offensive person I know in entertainment today.
not
and people
even
love him.
close.
And
Really?
people love him.
I mean, Dice Clay.
He's Dice Clay. He could have died. Nobody cares. He's not around anymore. Dice Clay.
Okay.
Pocket
what's
full
next?
of Posey over here. He's not.
I
around.
bet in the '80s he was bar none your favorite.
No.
You had the shades. The
No,
whole
I
thing.
don't like guys that cursed. I was a Robert Klein fan. I was a Billy Crystal fan. I saw both of those guys in concert in a room that was just about the size of this room. I saw Billy Crystal at a comedy club in New York City when he was in the middle of doing the Ricardo Montalban stuff. You look absolutely marvelous. Let me tell you, you look marvelous. I look marvelous.
Was
You
he
don't.
in the what's the movie? Princess.
Bride?
Yeah, the Ricardo Montalban thing. Was he the? He was the.
Psychiatrist, right? With Robert De Niro. Was it Robert De Niro that was
That's
in that
not
movie?
Montalban. Montalban is.
No, are you talking?
The Love Boat.
No.
Are you talking Billy Crystal
Yeah.
in Princess Bride?
Was he in it?
Yeah,
No.
he was.
He was the little guy.
He was the little guy with his wife.
Right.
No,
Andre the Giant
who was
was in there.
who was his wife in Princess Bride?
I don't know.
So Billy Crystal played the guy that like revives Carrie Elways, right?
Okay.
Are you sure? Because the guy from Chicago Hope, Mandy Patinkin,
No,
was the main character in. Because my wife
no, he
loves
wasn't.
that
Mandy
movie.
Patinkin was not the main character. Carrie Elways was the main character.
Mandy Patinkin was the guy who said,
You
You
killed my
killed-
father,
That's right,
prepared
yes.
to die.
Yes, that's Mandy
absolutely.
Patinkin.
No, that's Mandy Patinkin.
So he is Ricardo Montalban. No.
No, no. Ricardo Montalban is Ricardo Montalban.
Okay.
Did you ever watch The Love Boat?
Yeah.
He was-
Isaac was my favorite.
All right, so Ricardo.
Are you
Montalban
offended
was
by
the-
Isaac?
Another run.
Did he use the N word? I'm not sure. Ricardo Montalban was the guy in the white suit.
Okay.
Carol Kane played Billy Crystal's wife in The Princess Bride.
I'm sorry, who cares? Who the hell's Carol Kane? She the singer, Tapestry? Well, that's Carol King. Sorry, my bad. I got nothing else. I'm good.
All
Oh
right.
my God.
We haven't talked at all about college football.
No, we have not.
Who,
Quinn Ewers, by the way, out.
yeah, for at least 3 to 4 weeks.
We surprised is Malik going in there instead of Mr. Manning?
No, I think Malik will go in there and he'll be serviceable. But when we have to throw the ball downfield to our own player, it might be dicey.
Okay.
So I think there's a really good chance that Arch comes in. And if he does, he's not leaving until he goes to the pros.
So we've seen the last of Quinn Ewers.
For this year, I believe so.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Are you guys paying attention any to the sign stealing from Michigan?
No, I don't care.
I just,
Okay.
At least I don't care.
I think Harbaugh's kind of a douche.
Yes,
And
he's my douche.
he's you like him?
I do like Harbaugh.
Why do you like him? Because he drinks milk?
No, because he coached my 49ers during a turnaround and almost won the Super Bowl with them.
Gotcha. He did a lot for Colin Kaepernick, didn't he?
Yeah.
Texas, I'm sorry, go ahead.
When does Michigan play Ohio State? That's going to be a good game. That's going to kind of figure out moving forward.
I don't know. I don't have their schedule in front
Hold
of me.
on. I'll pull up their schedule.
In the meantime,
Did anybody watch college football this weekend?
They play Ohio State November 25th.
Ooh. Okay, so it's a little. Is it always that late?
Yeah, it's always like right before. They have two big games on their schedule remaining. They have Penn State and then Ohio State, which will be the only two ranked teams they're going to play this season. But they've been crushing people.
I didn't see a lot of. You know what? I didn't watch. I watched a little bit of the Texas Houston game, but UTSA was on ESPN Plus, so I didn't see any of that. I think I watched baseball for the most part on Saturday. Certainly, the Aggies. The Aggies remain a big story to me because, you know, at 4-3 now, I don't think is there any question that Jimbo gets fired at the end of the season?
68 million reasons why he doesn't get fired. That's his buyout clause. $68 million.
Yeah, but he's going to. He's going to.
One booster will write that check.
But that buyout has been incredibly large since the start, and it's not going to get any smaller next year, and it's not going to get that much smaller in 2 years. So what are they waiting for? They're loaded up there. Get rid of the guy already. He's not good enough for your program. They should have fired him last year. I don't care about the money. They don't care about the money.
It's cheaper.
Listen.
It's cheaper than the Deshaun Watson buyout for the Cleveland Browns.
Here's why you
that
do
was
it.
a
You
big
get
fuck
get
up.
rid of him now. You're going to pay a crap load of money, but then you can get a coach cheap in Jeff Traylor at UTSA. It is the no-brainer move. They should
don't
have
want
moved it
Jeff
already.
Trailer
Yes, they do. Of
Word-
course they do. Why wouldn't they?
because they want a bigger splash. It's an ego thing. They want the
They
guy.
got the bigger splash, and they're in a crappy
they
situation.
want the guy from Oregon. They want Taggart. I've heard from Aggie Land that that's the only way they'll do it.
Well, then if that's what they do, then they're just stupid. Then they deserve to be mediocre forever.
Well, guys, it's
Which
the
is what they are.
Aggies.
It's College Station, yeah.
It's the Aggies.
Because I mean that is the right move. You get a guy that has all the connections to Texas as your head coach. You could run the entire state of Texas if you made that move. And if they do it, then they smartened up. If they don't, then they just remain stupid and they'll continue to be the butt of jokes for everyone here.
They're not going to make a move until they lose to Texas in the SEC. And boy, then they're going to make a move. They'll sign that check in a heartbeat. Because I sat with Aggies and watched games on Saturday, and I said, what do you like more, watching the Longhorns lose or watching the Aggies win? And they
Longhorns lose.
said, watching the Longhorns lose. And they were dead honest. I was like, isn't that
That's
stupid.
wrong.
It's just
Yeah.
That's
stupid.
wrong.
Yeah. But that's the rationale. That's the mindset. So they lose. year one,
You hang around with a bunch of Republicans, don't you?
well,
Don't make it political, Bob.
their food tends to be better at the football parties.
That's true. That less vegan.
Less vegan, more meats. Yeah.
There, you go, and I've been to a Texas game. I went to the Aggies UTSA game a couple of years ago. How do you rate the females at these games, Richie?
Very carefully.
Who has the better looking women? Aggie Land, College Station, or Austin, Texas?
I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Is it?
The answer is C, Texas Tech.
With
Going
that,
off the board.
With that, are we done?
We can be.
Okay. You good? You got anything else?
No, real quick, who's going to make it into the Final Four for college football? 4 teams. If you're guessing right now, end of October.
Oh, I gotta look. Hang on.
Let me pull up the rankings right now.
Yes, would you?
I mean,
Off the top of my head.
I mean, your top 6 right now: Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington, Oklahoma.
Georgia
Texas
will be
is
there.
gonna beat
Texas is
Oklahoma.
7.
Georgia will be there. Are we gonna get 2 from the SEC?
Usually do.
This is the season where it's questionable. I mean, you're
Michigan,
I mean, your only other team from the SEC that has a chance is Alabama.
I don't think they'll be there.
No,
They're not going
I'm
to
with
beat
you.
anyone in the SEC championship.
So, is there? There's nobody else. Yeah, Alabama's not getting in, and there's nobody else from the SEC. It's not like they're going to take Ole Miss or something at 6-1. No, I don't see that happening.
So Texas, Oklahoma overtaking Ohio State or Florida State.
No, I don't think Texas is going to get there. Not with Ewers out now. So I'll go Georgia, at least for me anyway. I'll go Georgia. I'll go Michigan. Well, the Michigan Ohio State winner will be the Big Ten representative.
Yeah, and I think the loser of that game still gets in.
You putting Florida State in the mix?
Who do they have left on their schedule?
Florida State
They could be there.
at 7-0.
Have they played Miami yet?
No, they got Miami on November the 11th.
Yeah, Wake Forest, Pitt, Miami, who the hell is UNA? And then Florida.
North Alabama. That's
wow,
a big school.
that'll be.
Florida State hasn't. They beat LSU 45-24 to start the season. They beat Clemson in overtime.
They beat Duke handily.
Florida State will probably run the table. They'll probably get
They'll
in
be
there.
Yeah.
And there'll be arguments about whether they deserve to be because of their schedule.
And right now, if we were in the 12-team playoff, Air Force would be in there.
That's a great story. Until they start the playoff. And then the story's over.
I'll go with Oklahoma.
You think Oklahoma's going to beat Texas in the Big 12 championship?
Will Texas be there?
Who are they? Well,
Not quite sure.
K-State.
I'll leave that door open. I'll go with Oklahoma based on historic results. I'll go with Oklahoma being the Big 12 representative.
Washington,
Pac-12 winner.
Yeah,
Pac-12's
this might be the year.
Yeah, if you're going to put a Pac-12 team in there, it's going to be this year, right? So I'll go with I don't know.
Put them in this year because next year they don't exist.
That's right.
Right.
So you want to give me Washington? You want to give me Oregon? I'll take one of those teams. So Georgia, Michigan, Oklahoma, and the Pac-12 winner.
Okay.
Good with that?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I wouldn't think anything will change from that.
I think if Texas gets through, I think they beat Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship.
All right. So Georgia, we can all agree is a sure thing.
Yeah.
Big Ten winner is either going to be Michigan or Ohio State. The winner obviously goes to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it could be Michigan, Ohio State, whatever one fits in there.
I'm actually going to say, as long as that loss, that the Michigan Ohio State game, as long as that loss is respectable, I think they both get in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So they take over whose spot? Big 12 spot?
Or Pac-12.
Or Pac-12 spot?
Or whatever the hell they're called.
Pac-12. I mean, I would rather have both Michigan and Ohio State in the playoffs than put a Pac-12 team.
But
You
you
think they
can't
would
you
put-
can't deny.
I've never liked the Pac-12. I think the Pac-12 has been a second-rate conference that should
Yes.
never have been part of the Power
But this is
Five.
the last one, so do you think there'll be sentimental reasons to put a team in there?
Fuck them. They don't care about football.
Yeah, but if the Huskies run the table, you're going to deny them with a one-loss team?
And this is why I hate college football.
Okay.
It's not the college football playoff of the teams that are undefeated.
And this
It's the best it should be the best 4 football teams.
this goes back to my argument that basketball, college basketball, and college football needs to be professional. Strip the NCAA,
I'm good with that.
do it regionally. You have to, and do it like the Premier League.
And no, I'm fully with the promotion relegation thing. My other argument against Washington is if you're sitting there on the committee and you're looking at this as what is the CFP, what is the playoffs? It's a TV show.
You're not going to be able to deny them. Look at the schedule that they have, Bob. They got coming up. They got Stanford. They are at USC. They got Utah. They're at Oregon State. You're not going to be able to deny them.
Yes,
If they run that table, you can't. There's no way you're going to be able to.
Yes, I am, because if they make it in, like 6 people are going to watch them play.
Doesn't matter. You can't deny with that schedule.
Joe
that strength
McHale
of
will
schedule.
watch. Joe McHale was a walk-on tight end.
You got 3 top 25 teams on your schedule in the next 4 weeks or so.
Do you think
you're going to be?
do you think they run that table?
I don't know if they're going to run the table, but if they do run the table, you can't deny them. That's all there is to it.
Well,
Agree?
then
agree.
Michigan and Ohio State play to a draw.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Zero.
this isn't
Bob just
soccer.
took his ball and went home. I think that'll do it for today's podcast of The Unrestricted. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
Well, you got to give a shout out to Shreddy Balls and Vending Machines.
That's right. River City Refuels is the company. It is a local guy, Puro San Antonio, River City Refuels. What do they do, you ask? What kind of name is that? I'm going to tell you all about it. It is a cashless system. It is a vending machine. They put it right in your business or in, maybe you get one for your home. How would you like to have a vending machine in your home? Here's a question. What would you put in it, Richie? A vending machine at your house would have what in it?
Toilet paper,
Toilet paper. Okay, I could go with that. I could see that.
Q-tips.
Q-tips?
Q-tips. Kids are always running out of Q-tips.
Are you kidding? Really?
Make them pay for it. Yeah.
That's probably the least used item in my house, a Q-tip.
Well, that's because your ears are fucking nasty, Wally. You're fucking gross, bro.
I didn't ask you to lick them. Q-tips.
Oh,
No, I'm
this-
not putting
this-
Q-tips
this
in
just
there.
went down.
That is not going in my vending machine. No.
Baby
absolutely not.
aspirin
I take one of those every day, so yeah.
for your heart condition.
That's right.
Lucky Strikes. Cigarettes.
Which you can have in your home. We went over this last week, where the FDA doesn't allow cigarette vending machines anywhere except adult establishments.
I missed that. I've been looking for something. It's the one fucking show I missed where there is some good knowledge on what can go into a vending machine.
That's right. It's only at adult clubs. Sorry, buddy.
Sweaty balls.
You have to put- you
wait. Dracar Noir, just like from the titter.
All right, I got a story on the Dracar Noir. All right, somebody gave me a gift pack. I still have the little stick deodorant left. So at nighttime when I come home from the food truck, I take a shower. If I don't put some deodorant on or something like that,
You get some musky pits.
No, my pits, the hair sticks to my skin for some reason. So I got to put a little grease on there. So I use
grease
the
your
Dracar
pits.
Noir stick.
And for those who aren't watching on our News Center 4, Wally was just like flapping his arms
Yeah,
like a
this,
chicken.
like a chicken. Yeah, I can see that.
Chicken.
So Dracar Noir and putting that in there. Obviously you have to have the female toiletries in there,
I guess.
tampons and things. You
Sure.
know,
Oh yeah. Why not?
You know,
I think so.
3 different ones for whatever flow you have,
Okay.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Condoms.
Those are for sailors.
Those are for non-homeowners. Yeah, apartment dwellers only get those. I think Bob hit the record button. He knocked it off already. All right. Anyway, back to River City Refuels.
He's calling us out.
I don't know what that is. All right.
Yummy.
Total cashless system. They stock the machine so you don't have to do anything. All you do is enjoy it at your office building, your apartment complex, the gas station, anything. It's a great great thing to have in any business.
Wouldn't the gas station have their own shit inside?
They may not.
Just asking.
Oil
How about you go to one of those little boutique hotels?
That'll
You-
work.
Yeah, right. You're in that
That's
vending
your
machine.
target audience.
You got a little munchies at nighttime for
That's-
whatever
yeah.
reason, perhaps.
Yeah.
You go downstairs. Hey,
An
they got a
apartment
vending
at
machine.
Reseda definitely has a vending machine.
210-630-5973, 630-5973 for River City Refuels. That will do it for the Unrestricted Podcast. Have a nice day.
How y'all feel out there? Do you feel good? I said, do you feel good? Come on. The groove feel good when it make you move. Make your next move your best move. I said the groove feel good when it make you move. Make your next move your best move.